China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
When you hear Donald Trump say China wants a deal, it just doesn't know how to go about it. They're proud people. J.D. Vance talks about Chinese peasants. What do you make of their conduct in this respect?
If J.D. Vance thinks that he's dealing with the peasants in China, and I'm proud to be a descendant of the peasants, most of us are descendants of the peasants anyway, that's our tradition. We are farmers before, but now we are one of the leading industrialized economies in the world. So I'm sorry, J.D. Vance doesn't know what he's talking about. And therefore, I don't think there will be China-US dialogue unless the United States changes its attitude towards China. Deal with China as it is, show respect to China, show respect to the Chinese people, and don't try to impose your prejudice and biased view about China or about the rest of the world.
I will tell you 30 luxury brands. Some of their products are made in China. Ralph Lauren, Armani, Nike, Dior, Lululemon, Apple, Michael Kors, Coach, Calvin Klein, Prada, Balmain, Swarovski, Adidas, The North Face, Rimowa, Levi's, Burberry, Versace, Chanel, Cartier, Ferragamo, Timberland, Yves Saint Laurent, Victoria's Secret, Puma, Uniqlo, Disney, Max Mara, Givenchy. The producing cost is only 1/10 of its price. Can you believe it? Follow Helen, your business advisor in China.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little, very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have an Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else, like leathers, zippers, and hardware, remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer and be a real person. Buy a bag from us, from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself.
China, China, China. People ask me all the time, how do you spot a great LED sign with stainless steel? It's simple, folks. The edge. Check the polishing. If it's not seamless, forget it. You're dealing with second-rate quality, sloppy workmanship, glue gap, just terrible. But LC sign, unbelievable craftsmanship, seamless polishing, so smooth, so perfect, it shines like a mirror. Top of the line. Want to make your business great again? Franchise signs. Go with LC sign.
This Birkin bag at Hermes Boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you, step by step. First thing first, Hermes only use the leathers from the 3 top-level suppliers. One is called Muti from Italy. And the second is Weinheimera from Germany. And the third is Haas from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 450 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make one Birkin, okay? The thread. And of course, for Hermes Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Fil au Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then the hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. For one piece of bag, the hardware will cost 150 USD. The edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called heat sealed edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. The interior lining, it used lambskin imported from France. For each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Riri brand. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD. And then the cost of human resource. The French artisans is much more expensive than Chinese artisans. To finish one bag, the human resource cost will be 600 USD. The package, now this is not that expensive, it's 10 USD. So now to sum those up, the total cost will be 1,400 USD for one Birkin out of factory. But why Hermes will charge you 38,000 USD for one bag? That's because more than 90% of the price is paid for its logo. But if you do not care about the logo, you just want the same quality, same material, you can just buy from us. Because for our bags, we use exactly the same material, same leather, same hardware, same edge oil. The only difference is one, we don't have the logo, so we don't have to pay so much amount of money just for that logo. And second, our human resource is much cheaper. This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD, but even better quality and craftsmanship.
Well, 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 well. Don't we have secrets coming out of the woodwork? It's not even the woodworks. I mean, it's TikTok. Every second swipe, there's a Chinese manufacturer exposing exactly what it is that they make compared to how much everybody pays, how much they make it for, and that at this point, the entire world has been duped by luxury brands into paying these higher branded price bags and Nikes and Lululemon and all these other luxury brands that people pay a lot of money for, only to find out they don't even cost a fraction of the price. Like these people are 1,000% increasing the cost of these bags and all of these luxury items. To be honest, I'm not a luxury girly. Honestly, I am practical. I want it to be strong. I want it to last. But I tend to shy away from brands. I will not pay that kind of money. I will pay higher than the normal price if this thing will last me 10 to 15 years. And I can pass it down to my children, but it doesn't have to be a brand. In fact, I don't want it to be a brand. Like I love leather. I know leather items last quite long, and if there's something that happens to it, it can be repaired and it will go on for a couple of years. I can even hand it down to my grandchildren. That's me. For those who love luxury brands, I've been seeing quite a lot of TikToks, people feeling that they've been robbed. Like all of these thousands and thousands of dollars worth of bags and shoes and all kinds of items that they've bought at this massive cost that the brands have been charging them and they've been buying it for. They feel duped. And then there are those who feel like, you know what, maybe China is just messing with us and all of this is a lie. Is it really true? Is it really? Is it really? I guess we'll never know, right? I guess we'll never know whether it's true or not. But I choose to believe the Chinese. I mean, they do manufacture quite a lot. And if you are a manufacturer of a product and they got the best workmanship, I mean, we all know, at least I know from being in supply chain, that you can get the quality of a product that you want out of China. You can get great workmanship with great ingredients or materials, high grade materials, or you can get crappy stuff like we pick up on Shein and Temu, right? So it depends what it is you want out of China, you'll get it. So I do believe the Chinese. I do believe the Chinese. I just think people need to rethink brands. Honestly, if I want a Nike shoe, I've been shopping for Nike shoes for running, and the replicas have been looking really good because they were like at least 100% less in price compared to me buying it at the shop at my local mall. So I'm very happy to see this happen because it means, and we've got the DH Gate. I know a lot of people knew about that app. I just discovered it in this whole mess that we're in right now. So I've got that down, and I'll be ordering definitely from there some some running shoes, quite a few pairs, based on the prices that I've seen on there. So all the best to everybody else there. We don't know how long these tariff wars, where they're gonna land, but it's been quite an interesting one. And to see how petty China can be has been quite fun to watch.